Before his official appointment, Xabi Alonso identifies 3 signings for Real Madrid. As Xabi Alonso nears his departure from Bayer Leverkusen to take over Real Madrid from Carlo Ancelotti, planning for the upcoming season begins, especially regarding needed transfers. The man who made history at Leverkusen aims to write a new chapter in Real Madrid's history next season, as he once did as a player, a goal that requires signings that suit his style of play. Alonso employs multiple formations, whether it's a 3-man or 4-man defense, always demanding tactical flexibility from his players. Alonso's targets at Real Madrid's Xabi Alonso has pinpointed 3 key positions. First is left back, where he is targeting Girona's Miguel Gutierrez, who was coached by Alonso at Real Madrid Castilla before moving to the Catalan club. Real Madrid retains a buyback clause in his contract. The second target is Martin Zubimendi, a midfielder for Real Sociedad. Alonso sees him as having great tactical awareness and productivity, considering him a valuable addition to the midfield. His release clause is 60 million euros. Lastly, at centre-back, the name attracting Alonso is Dean Huijsen, a Bournemouth player who has impressed this season after leaving Juventus last summer. When will Alonso leave Bayer Leverkusen? According to reports, Alonso will finish the season. He has only 4 matches left, against Augsburg, Freiburg, then Dortmund, and finally Mainz. The Dortmund match could be his farewell. That game will take place at Bay Arena, where Xabi Alonso might bid farewell to the Leverkusen fans after making history with them, winning the league for the first time last season and remaining undefeated. Xabi Alonso originally joined Leverkusen to save them from relegation, and the following season he achieved the domestic double, league and cup, losing only the Europa League final to Atalanta, his first and only loss of the season. Modric is not alone. 4 stars are close to leaving Real Madrid. 4 Real Madrid players are at risk of leaving the club at the end of the current season, led by legendary midfielder Luka Modric. Given the current situation at the club, it's hard to predict what will happen in the future, especially as the team is undergoing a technical restructuring process with Ancelotti's departure and a new manager set to take over. According to AS newspaper, Luka Modric, Lucas Vazquez, Fran Garcia, and David Alaba are all unsure of their futures, with departure being the most likely option for them at the end of the season. The paper outlined each player's situation. The potential arrival of Arnold increases the chances of Lucas Vazquez leaving. As for Modric, if he continues to perform well until the end of the season, he may be offered a 1-year contract extension. Regarding Fran Garcia, the club's management believes he is not up to the standard required to play for Real Madrid, which is why they considered signing Alphonso Davies before he extended his contract with Bayern Munich. Reports: Real Madrid close to renewing Vinicius's contract. Real Madrid is close to renewing the contract of Brazilian star Vinicius Jr., according to media reports. The 24-year-old joined Real Madrid in the summer of 2018 from Brazilian club Flamengo in a deal worth 45 million euros. Vinicius's current contract runs until the summer of 2027, after being renewed in 2023. According to Spanish newspaper Marca, negotiations between Real Madrid and Vinicius, which started some time ago, have now reached an advanced stage, with the Brazilian star just 1 step away from extending until 2030. The report notes that the deal could be finalized before the end of the current season. It's worth mentioning that Vinicius, 24, received tempting offers from Saudi clubs Al Hilal and Al Ahly, which pushed Los Merengues to act quickly by offering a contract extension with a salary increase. Vinicius is one of Carlo Ancelotti's key players, having played 46 matches this season across all competitions, scoring 20 goals and providing 14 assists. Getafe coach's comments after the match against Real Madrid. First of all, I would like to begin by praising Real Madrid, as a team, as a club, and as a complete sporting institution. When you face Real Madrid, you're not just playing against 11 players, you're going up against an organization with its own identity, a heavyweight history, and a winning culture that never loses its competitive spirit. That's why a match against them never goes unnoticed, whether tactically, mentally, or physically. Facing Real Madrid always demands the highest levels of focus and discipline, and requires every coach and player to give their maximum effort and strategic thinking. What I can say today, beyond the result or the match details, is that La Liga this season is one of the toughest we've seen in recent years. The competition is fierce across all standings, from the top of the table to the bottom. The gap between teams has narrowed, and individual brilliance alone is no longer enough to dominate. Every point is hard-earned, and every setback costs a lot. Despite all this complexity and constant pressure, Real Madrid remains the team most capable of handling this type of challenge. This club possesses something unique, something that goes beyond numbers, stats, and tactics. It has a winning mentality. Real Madrid is a team used to competing until the very last moment, and it knows exactly how to navigate the table during the decisive phases of the season. It might go through unstable periods, which is natural in football, but what sets it apart is its unique ability to rise again. It doesn't crumble under pressure, it feeds off it. That's what always makes it a standout contender for the title, even the favorite to win it. I say it plainly. If we're talking about potential La Liga champions, it's only natural to place Real Madrid at the top of the list. And this is not only because of the quality of its players, but because of its culture of victory. It's true that many teams have delivered high-level performances this season, and it's also true that the title race is still open. But Real Madrid has proven time and again that it knows how to finish a season. We've seen it in recent years, overcoming tough spells and striking at the perfect moment, as if it was simply waiting for the right time to pounce. It's a team that isn't judged by its start to the season, but by how it finishes. Individually, it's clear that Real Madrid has some of the best players in the world right now. The presence of Kylian Mbappé gives them a completely different attacking dimension. A player with extraordinary physical and technical abilities. Fast, powerful, decisive, who knows exactly when to move and how to finish. On the other flank, Vinicius Jr. is one of the most dangerous wingers. Unpredictable, blending skill, speed, and courage. Traits that are extremely difficult to contain. But to speak only of those two stars would be unfair to the rest of the squad. They have a complete midfield, a disciplined defense, and a goalkeeper who makes a difference in critical moments. Real Madrid succeeds every year in renewing itself without losing its identity, something rare in modern football. There isn't a single season where we don't see them reaching the latter stages of the Champions League or fighting for the La Liga title. Even during their most difficult moments, when people begin to doubt their ability to keep going, they bounce back and surprise everyone, not just with their performance, but with the huge results they achieve. That's not a coincidence. It's the result of thorough, structured work at every level. I say this as a coach, as someone who follows football closely and faces the big teams firsthand. Real Madrid is one of the most complex challenges for any opponent. And anyone who thinks this club breaks easily simply doesn't understand the meaning of that shirt, or what it means to play at the Bernabeu and defend that badge. Finally, I want to emphasize that we have nothing but respect for this club, and we consider facing them an important lesson, not only for our players, but for everyone working in Spanish football. Real Madrid will always remain one of La Liga's pillars and one of its greatest symbols. Mac Allister responds to Real Madrid's interest. Argentine star Alexis Mac Allister, a midfielder for English club Liverpool, has responded to the interest of Spanish club Real Madrid in signing him during the upcoming summer transfer window of 2025 after the current football season ends. Previously, global media reports confirmed that Real Madrid is interested in signing Argentine star Alexis Mac Allister from Liverpool in the summer of 2025. The 26-year-old Argentine international Mac Allister has a contract with Liverpool that runs until the summer of 2028. Mac Allister confirms his desire to stay at Liverpool's Spanish newspaper Mundo Deportivo reported that Alexis Mac Allister is aware of Real Madrid's potential interest, but he is currently focused only on Liverpool. The paper added that, besides Arnold, whose move to Real Madrid this summer seems nearly confirmed, another Liverpool player likely on the club's radar is the Argentine international Alexis Mac Allister. The Argentine player said in quotes carried by the Spanish newspaper, "I read the rumors, I get the news, but the most important thing is the present. Even if the club wants me, if I play badly on the weekend, they'll lose interest. He added, "I feel comfortable at Liverpool and don't see any need to talk about other clubs. I respect Liverpool a lot. It's like a family. Everything can be summed up in one sentence: you'll never walk alone." McAllister's stats in the Premier League this season. The Argentine star has played 32 matches in the Premier League so far this season for Liverpool, scoring 4 goals and